Welcome everybody back to PB Podcast. Sorry about last week. We had a video recorded. YouTube took it down. I tried to appeal it, but they had not gotten back to me yet. Here we are. We're going to talk about the NFL in Week 6 and Week 7. And again, we have our special guest, Brad Morie, here today. Brad, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, guys. How are you?
Very good.
Pretty good. So let's dive into week 6 here. Who wants to start us off?
Go ahead. All right. There was a lot of good games actually on week 6. Austin Thog's already in the shot. One of my favorite actual games was the Bengals and Colts. Bengals were up 21-0 on the Colts really quick in the first half. Didn't end that way. I think they had like 6 second-half points. And the Colts ended up coming back 31-27. That was a really good game. We had Titans over the Texans in an overtime thriller. Brad's AFC team of the year and last year actually. Derrick Henry had like 200 rushing yards. Really good game. 200. Yeah. I've seen some MVP reports for Ryan Tannehill. I don't know if anybody else has. He's in the top 5 of some people's MVP ladder. So he's looking really good. They're good. I think they're 5-0 now? 5-0. Really good 5-0 team. Warrior, Steve, what was your favorite games of the week?
I'm about to say I was gonna have to say the Falcons and Vikings. Just cause I didn't think the Falcons were gonna put up that many points, and they're both bad teams. They were this year, and I don't know. I thought it was gonna be a close game, but yeah, they just blew them out. Falcons just blew them out. Kirk Cousins looked terrible as usual. We ain't gonna speak on him though. And then hey, I'm hearing all these allegations about how Atlanta might be clearing the house and trying to trade Matt Ryan and Julio before the deadline. So, I can see it happening. Then again, I don't know if that's the right idea to do. I don't think that's the right thing to do, though.
Yeah, Matt Ryan had a good game. He had 4 TDs, no interceptions, about 370 yards is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite game of the week probably was the Bucks-Packers. I just want to rub in Brad's face. But the Packers lost.
Gronk showed up, so
that's true.
Hall of Fame tight end.
What happened to Aaron Rodgers in that game, Brad?
Man, when you throw 2 picks like he did on 3 throws, that's very unusual considering he'll go 500 straight passes without an INT. I don't know. Devontae was back. You had everybody there. It's a little slice of humble pie, as he would normally say. So we'll see them bounce back this week against Houston.
Yeah.
I was surprised about that outcome of that game, honestly. And like you said, Aaron Rodgers does not throw interceptions, let alone pick sixes. So it was just it was just a momentum getter. That's all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Browns Steelers. I thought it was gonna be a close game.
I did too.
No, it happened.
I thought it was gonna be a really good game. Steelers is kind of looking like the best team in the AFC North lately, honestly, with the defense and obviously their offense. They put up 38 points. I think that between them and the Ravens, it's going to be a close one. I guess we'll just have to see about that later on in the year about who's going to win the North. I wanted to talk to you guys about the best division in the league, the NFC East. The video that didn't get posted. We had the Giants and the Washington football team in the thriller. Brad will tell you all about that.
Oh man.
And that
I'm trying to look at the standings. The standings for that right now, the team in the lead is Dallas at 2-4. They got beat pretty bad against the Cardinals. 2-4, you're leading your division by a game. That's not. I don't even know. I mean, they all have Phillies 1-4-1, Giants are 1-5, Washington's 1-5. I don't know who comes out of that division.
I don't know. It's pretty funny though. I think
It's hilarious, but I mean, if I had a pick, I think I'm going to Eagles. I think they end up. I saw a report like they're like on like record to win the division at 6. I think it was 6-9-1. They're supposed to win the division and host a playoff game.
Terrible.
That's,
Oh my God.
like, imagine going into Philly during playoff time. Well, they're going somewhere else. But wait, you said they're going to be hosting a football a playoff game? Oh yeah, imagine going to Philly. That's whoever's going there. That's their house.
that's helpful.
I saw a video of some Philly fans fighting in the stands, and they go, "It's a perfect sum of what 20 or not. This is the best thing and the most right thing of 2020 so far." It's just Philly fans fighting each other. It was great.
No, yeah, I heard about that. That's wild. First time having fans and they fighting.
Oh yeah.
Chiefs Bills. It was a boring first half. When I watched the first half, they were only up by a touchdown, maybe, not even.
Something like that, like 3 points.
Yeah, by a field goal. It was a low-scoring game, 26-17, but they were able to pull it out. Remember they 5-1, I believe. They're 5-1.
Chiefs are 5-1. Bills are 4-2 now.
Yeah. They're still in the first place in the AFC East.
Yeah.
I heard Josh Allen was just overthrowing everybody.
My
just
boy got down.
Everybody. And I know leading into the game, they were talking about who had the strongest arm. Well, we could see that Josh Allen had the strongest arm, overthrowing everybody and stuff. But yeah, it was I expected that game to be like a high-scoring game, or like somewhere where both teams was scoring 30 at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, Josh Allen just didn't come to play like he was supposed to.
People are freaking out about the Bills losing 2 straight. Those are 2 hard games. You played Tennessee the week before. They're red hot right now. And then you play Kansas City, who's fresh off a loss. Like, they're not going to lose 2 straight. Like, Raiders came into town and beat them. Like, you can't just come out next game and lose at home again. No, they weren't at home. But you go on the road, you got to win that game. And that's what Kansas City did. I think Buffalo is still in a prime spot to win, and they're not going to have too much competition in that division.
No, I believe they play the Jets this week.
Yes, they do.
That's go back on the winning track for Buffalo.
That's a free win right there.
Free win, yes.
Honestly, if you're going to bet on anything with that game, I would bet on Adam Gase getting fired afterwards.
How is he? I want to talk about that. How did they lost 24-0 in Miami? One of the worst offensive performances I've seen from a team in a long time. How is he not fired?
Any one of us could coach that team, and the outcome would probably still be the same.
I think I can coach an offense to 0 points. I think I can do the same. You got to pay me. I'll do it.
That's like it was. Oh my God, man! And who was it actually? Let me look at that. Hold on. Shoot, they put in Tua later on in that game too.
Yeah, that's something else I want to talk about. What do you guys think about that? They're on a bye. Miami's on a bye this week. Fitzpatrick's. They're at 4-2, I believe, right? Or 3-3. They're 3-3 in the division. They're 1 game back of the division lead. They're playing 500 ball. Fitzpatrick's done really well. They played 2 of 4 snaps against the Jets this past week. But then now I heard after the bye they're gonna roll with Tua, and I heard Fitzpatrick wasn't too happy about that. He said it hurt him more than any other time he's lost a starting job, and we know he's lost a lot of starting jobs. I'm surprised personally. What are you guys' thoughts?
The games they lost to were actually some pretty good teams. I mean, you lost to Cam Newton and the Patriots, that Buffalo Bills team, and it wasn't by much. It was only by 4 points. And then you lose to Seattle, by less than 10 points also.
Yeah.
So like he's playing good enough ball. I thought it was surprising that they benched him. In all honesty, because they beat the teams they beat, they were supposed to beat. I mean, besides the 49ers, nobody thought they would beat them, like blow them out like that, but
No.
they did. So I thought that was surprising. I don't like the move personally, but
Yeah, I understand the move, and it's unfortunate for Fitzpatrick for sure. He's been tossed around the league like Kim Kardashian. I had to say it. But I understand the move. You want to go to the younger quarterback. I understand. He's having not a terrible year. The only one. You said the one game behind, correct?
Yeah, Buffalo's 4-2, Miami's 3-3.
Yeah. So they're not the Jets. They're not struggling too bad. But I understand it both ways.
Brad, what do you think?
Well, if you're going to spend a first-round draft pick on a quarterback, I'd let him sit behind the smartest quarterback in the league. Watch him how he does it, and then you're going to go into a bye week. You're going to practice a little bit. I think you're what 3-3. I think let him sit there for 6 games. Watch how a veteran presence does it, and then put your spin on it. Don't get hurt. And this is like Fitzpatrick's like, this is how we do it in the pros. Tua just needs to step up after that. So I think a good bye week, get prepared, and then take over from there.
Yeah.
I think it's a good move.
All right. I like that. Yeah, I do.
So moving on to week 7. I don't know if you guys have looked at it. There's actually a couple good games. What are you guys' thoughts on any of them? Any of you guys' like key sets, your favorite games of the week, anything like that?
A division game, Panthers Saints. For some reason, the Saints just love having close games to teams they're supposed to beat. So I feel like that's going to be a close game, and I think it's going to be a good one. Actually, I'm going to be most definitely watching that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the Steelers Titans is going to be the most interesting one. 2 red hot teams, both 5-0. 3 teams left that are 5-0, and there's 2 of them facing each other. They play Sunday night or Sunday during the day, actually. If I had to pick, I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I think Derrick Henry. Oh, I meant Titans. My bad. I think Derrick Henry's on a roll right now, and we'll just see how the Steelers defense handles that.
That's a good defense too, though.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on that defense. That's all first rounders, damn near.
Yeah. They did lose one of their linebackers. I saw like towards ACL or Achilles. I'm trying to think.
Devin Bush.
Yeah, he's out for the year. Brad, what do you think? One of your favorite games of the week?
Tomorrow night. That's for the division right there. Eagles and Giants. That's you don't say that too much. 1-4, 1-4-1 against 1-5 to tie the division leader.
Game of the year.
Game or it's going to be the Cowboys and the Washington football team. That one's really for the division. If Washington wins, that's it. That's it. It's their division. I still think they're going to win it all.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to win it all.
Not at all, but they're going to win the division.
Yeah, okay.
I think that what game was that? I forgot. Giants-Eagles game. I have a feeling that Jalen Hurts might start. Well, not start, but he might play a little bit if Carson Wentz is playing bad. I just have a feeling.
Yeah.
Say something.
Sorry to interrupt, Zach, but Seahawks Cardinals is going to be a good one.
That's going to be that's actually my favorite game of the week, actually. I actually want to see how for real the Cardinals actually are. They're playing the undefeated Seahawks division rivalry. I want to see how actually they respond to a really good unit. I think Seahawks, their defense, I think they're getting some guys back. I think Jamal Adams might be back for that. I know they just had a bye week this past week, so
he should be back.
Game I'm looking forward to. Another one I'm actually looking forward to is Sunday Night Football, Buccaneers and Raiders. I think that's gonna be actually a decent one. They're kind of both. A lot of people had the Bucs winning it this year. the Raiders actually surprising. They beat the Chiefs recently. The Bucs just beat the Packers. I think it's actually going to be a really good game. We'll see how that one goes. Monday Night Football, the Bears and Rams. Not a bad game either, honestly.
Offensive game.
It's going to be a very good defensive game. Offensive, I guess we'll see.
I think the Bears are going to finally face competition, but
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, it's going to be well, they played the Bucs. I think they played the Bucs last Thursday. That's a good competition.
Yeah, there's just
Brady didn't have it. He didn't have it that Thursday night.
No. Thursday night's a weird night to play on, but I like them. Except this week. There's not been that many good Thursday night football.
Yeah.
The first one and then this past one was decent. But other than that, we've had a lot of bad ones so far.
Mm-hmm.
I
think
picking upset, though, real quick. Picking upset for the week. What do you guys think? Taking a look at the whole list.
Make our picks.
Yeah, for an upset.
Oh, upset.
Yeah.
a hard one.
Houston over Green Bay. That's an upset.
Ooh, Brad going against the Packers?
Going against his own team?
Yeah. We'll see how they. I don't know. After last week, I mean, struggle again. Houston's coming off a game they probably should have won.
Yeah.
And you're still on your backup coach. So I don't know. I think they got something to prove this week.
I was gonna either go with the Browns or Bengals game with the Browns with upset, or where was it? I just looked at it. The Raiders over the Buccaneers. Honestly.
Yeah. Also, what do you think?
I was going to say the Browns Bengals, just like Steve said. Watch out for the Bengals. Might get their first dub of the season against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, you're
Hot take.
something, man. I don't know what you're doing down there, but you got to stop.
The hot take there.
I'm going to have to agree with you two. Bengals over the Browns. We'll see how that goes. Joe Burrow trying to get a second win of the year.
I guess
Browns
that.
hot.
Hey, don't sleep on the Chargers and Jags game. Justin Herbert might get his first career win.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I think they might blow them out. Because that offense is looking nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with him in there.
Yeah.
Looking wonderful.
Justin Jackson in at halfback. Keenan Allen's, I think, going to be back.
Well, it's not. They have the Chargers winning they're favored by 8 points.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I also want to talk about Odell. He was just banned from LSU for 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. Do you guys think he should get out of Cleveland?
Nah. I think Cleveland just needs a new quarterback.
It depends on where he goes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like where would you think he should go? Where do you think he should go?
I don't think he should go anywhere. I'm not sure if I see a fit.
Man, I wouldn't. I bet you Cam Newton would love to throw to Odell.
That'd be nice.
I think Cam Newton would, and Lamar would too.
Yeah. I think Aaron Rodgers might.
I know Aaron Rodgers would love to throw to him. Oh, I know
Aaron
that.
Rodgers would be slinging him up.
That's too good.
I think they move on from anybody to be Jarvis Landry. But I think as long as Baker plays a decent football game, I know it's hard for him to do that.
He's hurt. I think he's hurt.
You think he's hurt?
Yeah, I knew he had a rib injury, and you could see his jersey. He was padded up on the ribs for a rib injury, and he just kept getting hit, and he's not throwing right. I mean, try to throw with a cracked rib or something, and it's absolutely painful. Mm-hmm. I don't know from experience, but I've heard that could be a big issue. And I mean, for somebody who runs and throws and gets knocked down like he does, that's rough.
Yeah, it was a big factor.
No, yeah, they benched him too. Yeah.
With Antonio Brown.
Saw that.
He wants to sign. I forgot the team. How about I'm
Seattle.
blanking right.
Seattle.
Seahawks.
What's with Seattle and taking the band players? They wanted to get Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon. Now you're getting Antonio Brown. I mean, if they get Antonio Brown, I mean that's it.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
I don't know who you cover. I just don't know who you cover.
Tyler Lockett in the slot. I mean, he's a speed demon. You got the freak athlete of DK Metcalf, and then who can go over anyone,
or go under anybody. I mean, he's got the best hands in the league.
He's a freak, but you have Antonio Brown, one of the best route runners in the past decade or two.
He's touchdown heavy too.
QB, I think that's the best NFC team.
Hey, don't forget about Chris Carson out of the backfield too.
Yeah, that too. That's the best NFC team if they get that together. I mean, they're close to it now.
They're the best NFC team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are the best NFC team. Aren't they the only undefeated NFC team?
Yeah.
And they're doing that without Jamal Adams.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, their offense has stepped up, though, a lot. Like, they've been on the ball and on the field a lot. So the defense doesn't have to be.
Yeah. Russell Wilson is just playing out of this world this year, too, though.
Yeah, he is.
Out of this world. And I like it. I actually like it. I hate it, but I like it at the same time, But, like, I hate it because, I'm a Saints fan, so we see them. But.
Yeah.
It's about time for him to get an MVP.
Yeah, it is about time.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, unless Aaron Rodgers just doesn't throw any more interceptions the rest of the year and goes for 5 or 6 touchdowns a game, well then give it to Rodgers.
I can see that happening, low key, because I don't think he's throwing any more interceptions.
He's gonna be. Houston might win, but man, Green Bay's gonna come out firing next game.
I also want to bring up the Cowboys situation, what's going on in the locker room, all the distrust between the players and the coaches. Do you guys think they need a clean house? What do you guys think is the next move for the Cowboys?
I always thought the Cowboys' problem over the last 2 decades, honestly, I will always say this, it's always been Jerry Jones. It's just been Jerry Jones. He wants to run the team. He wants to be the head coach. So the coaches he brings in, they're just like yes men, like Mike McCarthy, Jason Garrett, yes men coaches. They'll listen to him. But like last time they actually had a coach who put fear into the players or wasn't a yes man was Jimmy Johnson. And we know how the 90s are. I mean, all Cowboys fans, they talk about the 90s like they're history teachers, but yeah, I think I don't know. They need to do something with Jerry Jones. They need to get an actual coach, like a coach that isn't just a yes man. In all honesty.
Yeah. And Jason Garrett's been there for a hot minute now. I think he's been there for.
No, he's gone now.
Yeah, Jason Garrett's gone now.
I think Jerry Jones needs to stop hiring old Packers coaches. Jason Garrett was the quarterback coach. Mike McCarthy was the head coach at that time. Whenever they were together in Green Bay, but I give it 15 years. Matt LaFleur will head out of Green Bay, and then Jerry's son, I guess, will probably hire him. So,
I think Steve's right, and that starts with Jerry Jones. When you mean Dallas Cowboys, I hate when people say America's team. I don't really know anyone that likes the Cowboys, honestly.
My dad, but go ahead.
I'm sorry. But there's just so many. They remind me of the Yankees of like baseball. Trying to like the Lakers of the NBA. There's just don't shake your head, Austin. You're there for LeBron. We understand. It's another video though.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's just like. You just kind of get.
They're like the Warriors, all right.
Thank you.
They're like the Warriors, all right. Not the Lakers.
All right, yeah. But
Packers are like the Lakers, all right.
The Lakers fans actually are pretty faithful. I mean, they're not the most faithful in the league, because you see how they treated LeBron when he came in. They didn't want him.
No.
There were murals painted in LA, and some people drew over him and stuff. Golden State fans, don't get me started. No, we don't need to talk about that just yet. I hate Golden State fans. We all know it. We all hate them.
Go ahead, Zach.
All right, back to what I was saying. The Cowboys, they're just dysfunctional. I mean, they haven't. I don't think anyone in the NFC East has won back-to-back years, like division winner-wise, and I don't know how long. I mean, you had the Washington football team win a couple of years ago with Robert Griffin III. I mean, you had the Eagles win when they won the Super Bowl. The Giants with Eli Manning a couple times. The Cowboys have won it with Tony Romo, and I mean one time with Dak. But I mean, there's just that whole division is just so dysfunctional. It's just a mess. It starts with the Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys, the talent and their payroll, they should definitely win every year, but they just underperform. And Zeke's not having that great of a year either. I mean, he had 2 fumbles, and I think in the first half.
Yeah, 2 fumbles in 2 games this year.
He had 2 fumbles and back-to-back drives.
But I mean, and Dak going down doesn't help. I mean, they have Andy Dalton, so I mean, not saying a whole lot, but the division is very weak. But there's just if Dak plays, I think they would have won the division. They just always have a tough schedule because they're the Cowboys. Everyone wants to play the Cowboys.
Yeah.
No one has won the division in back-to-back years since the Phillies did it in 03 and 04.
I was just about to say, like, around what? Early 2000s?
Since 2010, it was the Eagles, Giants, Washington, Eagles, Dallas, Washington, Dallas, Philly, Dallas, Philly.
Wow.
I'm going to come to the Knicks organization. I think it starts with the owner. We all know I'm a Knicks fan, but James Dolan, Jerry Jones.
There's a lot of like
the problem starts there.
Yeah, and you know what's the sad thing is? They always had a nice team. Ever since the early 2000s, they always had a pretty good team. I mean, you could either say offensively, at least you could say back then when they had Romo, Terrell Owens, Marion Barber, that was a nice trio right there. Then now Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, Zeke, they always had a really nice squad. It's just that, like you said, ownership, and what starts up there, upstairs, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. You can't put all the blame on him. I mean, he gets the most of it because he's the owner. But I think they just need to hire someone. They need to do something different down there just to win.
They got the payroll to do it.
Oh yeah.
Fact if they want to or not.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's where it comes down to. It always comes down to money at the end, but sadly.
Yeah.
Then before we wrap this video up, guys, this episode.
Good.
No, I ain't got nothing. I just go Saints.
I'm hoping for another good week by Justin Jefferson.
I hear you on that.
Screw me with interceptions again. 2 weeks in a row I've lost because he's thrown 3 interceptions. I lost 2 weeks ago by 0.8. This past week I lost by 0.8. He threw an interception this past week, and I lost to Graves. And then 2 weeks ago I lost by 2.8. He threw 2 interceptions in that game.
You got Kirk Cousins as your quarterback?
Who'd you lose to that game, by the way, 2 weeks ago?
Andreas.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Cat.
I have Josh Allen. That's my quarterback.
You talking about Kiros? Andreas Kiros?
He's so lucky.
I hope he watches
That
this.
is really bad. Either one of them two.
Wow.
All right. Well, Brad, we thank you for coming on. I'm sure we will see in the future. We always love talking NFL with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching this episode.
It was just
Leave a like if you guys like it. See you guys in the next one.
Adios.